They say old habits die hard. Just ask Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the president of Turkey. His country's economy is not in the best of shapes. But guess what he is busy obsessing about? Kashmir. That's right, Erdogan has once again rigged up the Kashmir issue, this time at the 78th United Nations General Assembly session. And speaking at the event, he pushed for a resolution of the Kashmir issue, saying that India and Pakistan should resolve it through dialogue. Let me quote his exact statement. Developments that will pave the way for regional peace, stability and prosperity in South Asia will be the establishment of a just and lasting peace in Kashmir through dialogue and cooperation between India and Pakistan. Turkey will continue to support the steps to be taken in this direction. Now the question is, just who asked Erdogan for this advice? No one. Like I said, it's an old habit of his. He rattles out his opinion on just about every conflict at the General Assembly, even if no one asks for it. And that said, his latest comment has been mild, unlike his comments in the past. You see, in the past, he's been more preachy. Let me just give you a few examples here. In the year 2019, Erdogan openly criticized India. He said Kashmir residents were living under a virtual blockade. In the year 2020, he called it a burning issue. This was after the Indian government abrogated Kashmir's statehood. Erdogan said the move complicated matters. And then in the year 2021, he talked about UN resolutions. He said the issue must be resolved through the United Nations. And this time, he has pushed for a resolution through dialogue. Now, what I'm about to say may sound a little politically incorrect, but I would say it nonetheless. Who exactly gave the Turkish president the right to talk about Kashmir? And what business, really, does he have speaking on Kashmir? Doesn't he have more pressing issues to focus on? Like the Turkish economy, it has become a roast. Trade deficit has widened by 16% this year. The Turkish lira is losing value against the dollar, and the possibility of sanctions still looms large. Have a look at this report. The US has just targeted Turkey with unprecedented shipping sanctions. It has imposed sanctions on 5 Turkish shipping and trading companies. And these companies were apparently helping Russia transport military goods and evade European blockades. And even if we keep all of this aside, it is ironical, to say the least, for a country which has trampled upon its own civil society to pass unjustified comments on others' internal matters. And as far as the subject of UN resolutions is concerned, we would advise Turkey to practice what it preaches by first implementing those UN resolutions that apply to itself, like this UNSC resolution on Cyprus. In case you haven't followed Turkey closely, this is what this is about. Turkey has occupied northern Cyprus since 1974. In 1984, the UNSC passed a resolution on transferring the area to the United Nations administration, but despite repeated calls, the Turkish occupation continues. And that, by the way, is just one piece of the puzzle. As I speak, Erdogan is also clamping down on the rights of the Kurdish Muslims in his country, as Turkish mercenaries face accusations of murdering Muslims in Libya. All I'm trying to say is that Erdogan likes to be seen as a defender of Islam, as the leader of Muslims around the world. But he does not really practice what he preaches. He may have made Islam the center of Turkish politics and the guiding light of Turkey's foreign policy, but it's all a political stunt, a tool to keep his power intact. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.